Hello everybody and welcome back to another vid from your boy Jovan. Today we're going to be going over another tier list of movies from a specific actor. This one in particular is Lupita Nyong'o. It's one of those things where I'd seen Lupita acting, it was at first with 12 Years a Slave and then other stuff, but it was one of those things where I just figured, oh, this is probably someone who's like been in the biz forever, and I just like didn't recognize them until they're in that kind of like major role, where I'm pretty sure she won supporting actress for 12 Years a Slave, but no, turns out she had been in things before, but that was her first film role, I'm pretty sure. She had just done shorts and TV shows before then, so she's a total breakout personality, talent, star, if you will. And so without any further ado, let's jump into it.
Tier list!
Okay, so I don't have her first shorts up here, and also she was in the Liam Neeson movie Non-Stop, but I didn't watch that, so I don't have that on the tier list here. But here it is. I mean, take a look, you guys. There really isn't like that long of a list, but that's just because she's got such a long career ahead of her. So we'll start things off with 12 Years a Slave. I watched it when it first came out, so it's been a minute. However, all I remember about this film is just abject terror the whole time. I'm forgetting the name of the director right now. It's like McQueen, I'm pretty sure. He had done a couple movies with Michael Fassbender. I don't know if like how they got in contact with each other, but they've worked together a bunch since. Like, I'm pretty sure he's like one of the slave owners in this, Michael. And so I do plan to watch more films from this director, but this is the first one that I've seen, and I thought it was very good. Now, my general rule is when something's terrible and depressing, I don't skyrocket to the top because it doesn't have a lot of rewatch just because of that depression. I think that's just because I'm sensitive to just the terrors of humanity. So I'm going to put this in A, but Lupita's role is S tier easily. Like, you can see why she won Best Supporting Actress. And then like once you start seeing the IPs afterwards too, it's like holy shnikes. So we're starting off with the 2015 Star Wars over here, the beginning of the trilogy. She plays like a CGI alien character who's like an old lady. The movie itself was mid. You know, her role as that alien was as good as it could have been, but regardless, there goes that Star Wars movie. Next is Jungle Book, the 2016 quote-unquote live action. It does have like that real kid, so I guess that's something, but yeah. And if I can recall, Lupita's role is as the mother wolf, I'm pretty sure? But either way, this movie was really good. It's gonna look a little disrespectful putting it next to 12 Years a Slave, but this was probably the best live action Disney movie out of the whole bunch. This one singularly is the best. Forgetting his name right now, but the Iron Man director, I'm sure he doesn't want to be known as that, but that guy who directed this Jungle Book movie went on to make the 2019 quote-unquote live action, even though it's not at all, Lion King movie, and that one was just awful by comparison. However, the Jungle Book, very well done, very expertly done, in my opinion. Now moving on, we have Star Wars The Last Jedi. A lot of these names are a little deceitful, if I do say so. She has a cameo basically in this. Her character is like nothing to do. This one, it's divisive. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. I think it's perfectly serviceable. It has a lot of annoying points, but what are you gonna do? I'm putting it right beside the first one, so I don't know how Star Wars fans are gonna feel about that. But there you go. Okay, next we have the first Black Panther standalone movie, because Black Panther first appeared in Captain America Civil War, but next with a standalone movie, Lupita plays Black Panther's like childhood friend / potential love interest, something like that. And the first Black Panther, I thought was probably, yeah, I think I'd put it up in A tier. Well, I didn't like absolutely love the formulaic nature of the movie, but especially seeing where Marvel movies are now, this is on the upper echelon. But yeah, I can't play that comparison game. I'm gonna put it in B. It's not bad at all. The first Black Panther was good. Next, moving on from that, Little Monsters. Have any of you guys seen this movie? It's like a zombie movie where Lupita plays like a caretaker, taking a bunch of kids on a field trip to like a zoo or a petting zoo, something like that, I think. She plays an Australian woman in this, and her accent is so good that like I didn't look into her before. Like I'm just passively watching these movies, right? And so like her accent was literally so good that I was like, oh, is she an Australian actor, you know? And no, she's not at all. She was born in Mexico. Her accent is just that good, you know? Goes to show. So long as you can pull off a good accent, you could trick someone. But either way, this movie was unfortunately bad. It's not her fault, but just the pacing and the general plot wasn't that good. I'm gonna put it in C. Moving on from that one, we have Us. And so I've talked about Us. Us is not S tier. It is the weakest of the 3 thriller Jordan Peele movies. However, Lupita's role is the standalone thing that elevates the entire film. All of its messy plot points are the worst of it. The acting is the best of it. So, while I don't consider Us S tier, okay? Get Out is S tier. I would put Us in B, but for the sake of this being like a Lupita movie tier list, her role in this is S tier. I don't want to confuse you guys, but just so you understand what I'm trying to say here, she is S tier in that film, while the film itself has like too many plot holes to ignore. Okay. Now we have the final Star Wars movie. I'm scratching my head trying to even think of where her alien character shows up in this movie because it's such a hot mess. This is an easy D. Sorry, Star Wars, but you lost the war on this one, I must say. Next we have The 355, and this is like a spy espionage movie where it's like all female assassins kind of a thing. And you could tell that they were trying to make an IP out of this, like trying to turn this into a franchise, and unfortunately did not do good in the box office. I can see why it didn't feel like it had much of a soul, unfortunately. Again, like the acting is good, it was the plot that kind of fell things apart. There wasn't enough for like the characters to do, in my opinion. And then the ending just kind of ended. So I'm gonna put this one in C, unfortunately. And now, while this isn't the most recent role Lupita was in, she's a voice actor in Big Mouth, I'm pretty sure. And so that's ongoing, that's like 2023 stuff. Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2 was very good, in my opinion. It was specifically better than the first one. So apologies to those who think the first one's better. The first one had a better antagonist. I feel like the antagonist in Wakanda Forever was kind of obviously extremely creative and unique, but yeah, the way that he structured his political beliefs didn't really make all that much sense, you know? He was just a warmonger, basically. Even though that's like, it's funny because that's the name of the first villain. But either way, I think Wakanda Forever was much better. Lupita's role in Wakanda Forever, I think, was like, she had more to do, even though obviously there was a lot of script rewrites because of the passing of Chadwick Boseman. So yeah, who knows if the role would have been different, but regardless, Wakanda Forever is the movie that we got, and yeah, I thought it was very good. And so there you guys go. As simple as that, that is the tier list, and so, you know, what more is there to say other than Lupita is an incredible, talented star, and we can't wait to see what future roles she places, because whether it's her manager or just her, like the casting, like getting into these movies is crazy, man. Like these are huge franchises, so big ups, you know, like huge dub. And yeah, looking forward to all the future stuff. So there you guys go. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed the tier list. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, what you disagree with. But either way, thanks for coming by, and until next time, ciao for now. Peace.